So, if you are waiting for being blessed with children, this is the time for going into that direction. And if, especially because it is Saturn is also aspecting your second house, house of. Namaskar, friends. The Saturn, the disciplinarian of the whole solar system, our life, our horoscope, and the cause of our destiny, the great Saturn, who remains desolated in isolation, is moving to its best zodiac sign, the Aquarius. He has moved to Aquarius on 29th April and he will stay here up to 12th July 2022. And then he will again go back to Capricorn and remain there for some period, and he will visit again on 17th January 2023 to the Aquarius, where he will stay up to the 29th March 2025. Isn't it a long period? If it is a long period, certainly the impacts will be long term. And you should not ignore the impacts, because Saturn is the most key graha, key planet of our horoscope. That's why he is many a time feared upon, many a time resented, or many a time people love, whom he bestows a lot of materialistic as well as spiritual boons. So, how it will impact you, I am going to elucidate in this video. And before describing, let me say one or two things. First thing, all the predictions here are as per the ascendant. Why ascendant? Why not as per your solar sign or not lunar sign? Because solar sign period is for 1 month, lunar sign period is for 2¼ days, and the ascendant runs only for 2 hours. So predictions made as per the ascendant are more accurate, more precise, and comes true better compared to predictions made as per your solar sign or lunar sign. Second thing, the predictions made by me will be more accurate and more applicable to you if you are running the dasa or period of Saturn in your horoscope, because the transit which I am going to discuss, it is called transit or Gochar of Shani, is the courier boy of the fruits which dasa is going to deliver you. But the courier boy, effectiveness of courier boy, honesty of courier boy is also important. So certainly what I am going to discuss you, the role of transit of Saturn in your horoscope, but certainly you should not forget that the initial fruits are delivered, are given as per dasha only. Okay, so these are two things. And regarding other impact of Saturn on the whole universe, how it is going to affect the world, it is being given in other video by me. Moreover, there is another Saturn movement called Sadesati. It is seen as per your lunar zodiac sign, which I have discussed in another video, which you can see on our channel. So in totality, if you see all these, you will get the clearer picture of Saturn's movement and its impacts. But simultaneously, I will suggest you to see first our video regarding impact of movement of Jupiter on all the zodiac lagna or ascendants, because when you see in totality, these are the one of the biggest planets, Jupiter and Saturn. When they are combined, they give the certain results. So if you see the video about Jupiter and if you see the video about Saturn, if there are some common points, they are certainly going to happen. So don't forget to see our videos about the Jupiter's movement in the in the zodiac, or change of its sign by the Jupiter. So it is something like this. So let me start. What is the impact of Saturn on the different ascendants? And obviously I will start with the first zodiac sign called Aries. Always active, always belligerent. Okay, so the Aries people, the Saturn in your zodiac is the lord of a 10th house and 11th house. 10th house is the house of prestige, growth, promotion, and 11th house is the house of gains, profits, friends also. Okay, so and Saturn is moving into the house of gains. So there is a very strong possibility that you will gain with the help of the government system, your boss, or you will get some promotion or growth in your career. Moreover, it is also possible that in your career there will be some other vertical changes in your career, where you will get some more charges, some more roles. Your role in your organization will be defined in some other way. If you are doing business, this is also a good period. With the help of government system, you will be able to earn. Especially this is very important for the persons who take tenders. And Saturn, while being posited in your 11th house, is aspecting you. You means your body, your health. So take care of your body and health. Better join some gym or some yogic activity or something like this, where you may take care of your health in a very good way. And certainly also aspecting your 5th house and 8th house. 5th house is the house of creation, your children. So if you are waiting for birth of your children, the time has come. You may become father or mother, whatever you may be. And it is also aspect 8th house. So when you are combining 5th house, 8th house and 11th house, it says that it may some windfall may come to you, some lottery, some big gain without making any effort. Because 5th house is the house of gambling. 8th house is the gains without making any effort, and the gains house of gains is the house of gains. There is no need to explanation. So when you combine all these three houses and as well as your own house ascendant, it says that if you play your dice, it says in a very wise way, some great windfall of money, some big lottery, something like this may happen. And if you are working in share market, जो है share market gambling, then this is also a good period to manage. But believe me, and you should not forget that Saturn is the planet of discipline. So don't lose discipline, don't violate the discipline, so you may gain. Otherwise something very catastrophic may happen to you. Moreover, one thing also I want to add here, when you are combining 5th house and 8th house, sometimes it indicates immoral relationship, which may cost you great in the long run. So avoid this. Ideally, I should, as a consultant, I should ask you to just shun such type of relationships. Otherwise, it may create problems. Moreover, one thing, having suggested you to join gym or some activity, it is also possible that some big headache or migraine may also occur to you. So take care, remain cool, and you'll gain health again after following the Saturn's dictate, that is the disciplined lifestyle. So it was all for the Aries people. And Aries people, if you want to know about your spouse, you should see what I'm going to tell for the Libran people. And if you want to know about your children, you should see what I'm going to tell you about the Leo people. And if you want to know about your mother, don't forget to listen what I am going to tell about the Cancerian people. And for your father, you should see what I am going to predict about the Sagittarius ascendants. And for your elder brothers and sisters and your friends, you should see or listen what I am to tell about the Aquarius people. And for your younger brothers and sisters, you should see or listen about the Gemini ascendants. With this, Aries people, your predictions have been made. Now it is the turn of Taurus persons. For the Taurus person, Saturn has always been benevolent, creating a lot of boons and profits, because he is the Raj Yoga Karaka, or the ruler of royal combination. So, and Saturn is moving in your 10th house. 10th house is the promotion, growth, everything. So, it is wonderful. 9th house and 10th house, Lord of 9th house. 9th house is the foreign journey, judiciary, religious tendencies, your father. And 10th house is the house of growth, promotion. Even if you are in business, you may expect growth in your business. So this is very favorable position for Taurus people. And from here, Saturn is aspecting 12th house. 12th house is house of change of place. And again, it also relates to foreign, but also indicates jails, as going to some hermit, or remain confined to some other place. All these are investments, losses, everything. And Saturn is also aspecting your 4th house. 4th house is the domestic happiness, your house, home, mother, everything. And Saturn is aspecting 7th house. 7th house is the house of partnership, spouse, everything. So Saturn, when from 10th house, it is aspecting, it is Lord of 9th house. So it is very possible that you may change your home to some far off place, some foreign country, something like this, because Saturn is Lord of 9th house. It is aspect in 12th house. 12th house is the long change. And 4th house is the your domestic comfort, everything. And 7th house is the marriage, partnership, everything. So it may be you may have to change your residence or place to some far off place due to your marriage, new partnership, business expansion, something like this. Certainly it will be good for you. It will be good for you. Yes, for the time being, you will have to leave your residence, your country, or your city, but in the long run, it is going to pay you a lot. Pay you a lot means pay you a lot. Moreover, whenever 7th and 10th house both are activated, it means that there is big possibility of in your growth, big possibility of growth in your business as well as trade. You are a trader, certainly you will start to trade many more things. If you are a businessman, if you are a serviceman, then in the job you will get promotion, something like this. So it was all about the Taurus people. And the Taurus people, if you want to know about your spouse, please see what I am going to tell about the Scorpio ascendant. And if you want to know about your children, please see what I am going to tell about the Virgo persons. And for mother, you should see my predictions about the Leo ascendant, and for father, Capricorn ascendant. For your elder brothers and sisters as well as friends, it is the Pisces ascendant, and for your younger brothers and sisters, it is Cancer ascendant. So it is all about the Taurus people. Now it is the turn of Gemini persons. Gemini persons, Saturn is the lord of 8th house as well as 9th house in a horoscope. 8th house is considered bad because it shows the obstacles, bottlenecks, everything and many things. And 9th house, but 9th house is the house of destiny. So when Saturn is moving in the house of destiny, you may expect some surprises. Growth of destiny with some surprise. This is the way Saturn plays with the Gemini persons whenever it goes into the Aquarius. Moreover, it is aspecting your house of gains, house of your bravery, your fearlessness, that is third house. It is also house of your younger brothers and sisters, and it is Saturn is also aspecting your sixth house. Sixth house is the house of competition, diseases, enemies, loans. So, oh my God, Saturn is aspecting this house, but it is the house of competition also, house of victory also, if you are ready to make your struggle continue. So this is the way Saturn is going to activate. So the Gemini ascendant people, I suggest you to avoid legal cases, because Saturn is posited in the 9th house. 9th house is the house of judiciary also, and it is also 6th house. 6th house is the house of law, house of court cases. So ideally you should avoid any confrontation or dispute where you may have to approach the court. Another thing is that Saturn is aspecting your third house. Third house means some changes may occur due to this way or that way. So if you are honoring the discipline of Saturn, certainly you will remain in good position. Otherwise you will have to suffer a lot. Yes, I am using this suffer the word a lot. Moreover, nervous problems may crop up for the Gemini persons due to its movement. Nervous problem, unnecessary stress, and many times not having your meals. It is a common occurring between the among the Gemini ascendant when the Saturn visits their 9th house, house of fortune, house of destiny. And Gemini persons, if you want to know about your spouse, see what I am going to tell about Sagittarius persons. And if you want to know what I am going to tell about children, see what I am going to say about the Libra ascendants. For your mother, you should see Virgo predictions, and for your father, Aquarius predictions. And for your elder brothers and sisters and friends, I have already told about the Aries persons. Same thing applies here. And for younger brothers and sisters, I will suggest to listen what I am going to tell about the Leo persons. So with this we have finished about the Gemini persons. Now it is turn of the Cancer ascendant. Dear Cancerians, the Saturn is the lord of 7th and 8th house. 7th house is the house of partnership, your marital relationship and business, and 8th house is the house of surprising gains as well as bottlenecks and hurdles and irritate. Or something lottery, getting lottery or getting windfalls without making any effort. And when Saturn is moving in that direction in a 8th house, you should expect something good. Although Saturn is not considered good planet for the Cancer ascendant, but when Saturn is going to be posited in its most favorable zodiac sign, certainly it will give you good things in your life. Especially you may gain some inheritance, some property, some big wealth, some big lottery, because Saturn from here is also aspecting the second house, house of wealth, immediate family members, your resources, something like this. And simultaneously Saturn is also aspecting your 10th house, the house of growth, house of promotion, house of getting fame, and also your fifth house is the house of children, being blessed with children, your hobby, passion, lottery, etc. So if you are waiting for being blessed with children, this is the time for going into that direction. And if especially because it is Saturn is also aspecting your second house, house of immediate family members. And you may get, if you are doing some job, you may get your promotion in a very surprising manner, unexpected ways. And one more thing, if you are doing some business, you may expand like anything, and it will help you a lot. And please expand your business in the untested terrains, the areas where you never contemplated, because eighth house always gives surprises. And when fifth house, your wit and intelligence might be working in very miraculous ways, very miraculous ways. And one thing it comes into my mind, that the your fifth house, the zodiac sign is Scorpio. The Scorpio is positive. Scorpio is the eighth house of the whole zodiac list. So surprises will come, a lot of surprises you will see, and try to make them pleasant. They should not be unpleasant. So how you can do? Just remain in the discipline of Saturn. If you are remain in the discipline of Saturn, the pleasant surprises will come. If you violate this discipline of Saturn, unpleasant surprises may come. If your growth and promotion in your career or business was long pending, believe me, take remedies of Saturn, they will come like a windfall. And here I want to say a few things about your family members, that you should control your tongue. Do not say anything which may offend anyone, otherwise you may have to face separation from your family, some immediate family member, and even some misunderstanding with your children. So this is the bouquet of good and bad things for the Cancerians. And after with this, my prediction is over, but as usual, I will add something, that if you want to know about your spouse, you should see or listen what I am going to tell about the Capricorn Ascendants. And for knowing about your children, you should listen what is in store for Scorpio Ascendants. And for your mother, you should listen what I am going to tell about Libra Ascendants. And for your father, you should listen what I am going to tell about the Pisces Ascendant. For your elder brothers and sisters and friends, you should listen what I have already told about the Taurus Ascendant. And for your younger brothers and sisters, please don't forget to listen what I am going to tell about the Virgo Ascendants. So it was all about the Cancer Ascendants. Now it is the turn of Leo Ascendants. Dear Leo people, Saturn is the lord of your 6th house and 7th house. And 7th house, now Saturn is being posited in the 7th house, while 6th house is the house of all bad things, loan, enmity, diseases. 7th house is the house of partnership. So partnership, marital relationship. So Leo people, if your marital relationship is not in a good position, some legal issues may crop up. So just avoid it. avoid it. Your spouse may get adamant on some issues. Moreover, in the partnership cases, in the partnership, some issues may crop up and some new things may come which may send your partnership in the jeopardy. So, tackle all these things in a very diplomatic way, otherwise, some bad things is waiting to happen with you regarding this. Moreover, Saturn, after being posited in the seventh house, it is aspecting your ninth house, your ascendant or lagna, as well as your fourth house. So there is very possibility for Leo ascendants for getting their domestic life disturbed. There is another bad thing which may happen to them, that some legal issues may come, because sixth house is the house of legal problems and ninth house is the house of judiciary. If your father, take care of your father, because some big misunderstanding may occur with your father while Saturn is transiting in the Aquarius, the period I have already told initially. You should also take care of your Leo people, your health region, the lungs, heart, everything, health of this region, because Saturn is the lord of sixth house diseases. Now it is aspecting your fourth house. Fourth house is the house of properties, real estate, vehicle, domestic comfort. Simultaneously, it is the sign, it is the indicating your body part, your heart, lungs, etc. So don't keep attention about these body parts, so that you are not suffering, because your sixth house is also active and your fourth house is also active. One more thing I want to add here, some legal problems may crop up about your properties, some dispute may crop up, and you will have to handle these things very diligently, otherwise some issues may come which may cause long term effect. Moreover, while Saturn is aspecting ninth house, so some pleasant journey to some foreign place may occur anytime. So just wait for the same, and remain glued for some good news on this front. Take care of your health, take care of your health, take care of your health. I am saying three times, because certainly health is your key area while Saturn is moving in the Aquarius. Take care, please. And Leo persons, if you want to know about your spouse, please see what I am going to tell about the Aquarius persons. For your children, you should see what I am going to tell about the Sagittarians. For your mother, you should see what I am going to tell about the Scorpio ascendants. For your father, I have already told about the Aries ascendant. You should listen this. And for your elder brothers and sisters as well as friends, you should see what I already told about the Gemini persons. And for your younger brothers and sisters, you should see what I already told about the Libra person. So this was all about the Leo persons. Now I will come to about the Virgo. Virgo people, Saturn is the lord of your fifth house and sixth house. Fifth house is the house of children, being blessed with children, creativity, writing, hobbies, passions, lotteries, as well as love affairs. And sixth house is the all bad things, diseases, laws, enmity, court cases. But when Saturn is moving into its most favorable zodiac sign, you should not expect something big some big problems with this movement. So Saturn, instead of giving negative things, Saturn will increase your strength and stamina, power to struggle, your competitiveness, everything. Saturn will create a lot of favorable things. Big placement of Saturn in the 6th house has always been considered one of the best things to happen in life. So it's a lot of stamina will boost up in your system. So take care of this and get benefit from this. Saturn from being placed in 6th house, Saturn is aspecting 8th house as well as 12th house and 3rd house. All these houses are considered normally bad. 8th house is the house of bottleneck, struggle, hurdles, and 12th house is the house of losses, investments, confinement at some place, even in jail, hospital, everything. And 3rd house is the house of displacement, change in place. So if you are running the dasa of period of Saturn, it will be better if you consult your astrologer with me or some other astrologer which is professional. Not he should be trained enough. He should not be a thug or cheat, because the period which you are going to run may you may become susceptible to be cheated by someone else. So ideally I will suggest you to take care of your horoscope and get it consulted with some good astrologer. Having said that, it is a very good time to shift your place to somewhere else, because your 12th house, your 3rd house, both are getting activated. So if you want to change your place, some foreign place, some other city, it is very good time to do the same. Moreover, it is also the period for activating your hobbies and passions, and you will feel that the whole universe is supporting for realization of long pending ambitions. Moreover, if some big some big loans are pending since long, you may utilize this period for repayment of that loan. With this, I am finishing for the Virgo. And for Virgo persons, if you want to know about your spouse, what is in store with the Saturn, you should listen what I am going to tell about the Pisces ascendant. For your children, you should listen what I am going to tell about the Capricorn ascendants. For your mother, you should listen what is in store for Sagittarius ascendants. For your father, Taurus ascendant predictions will work. And for your elder brothers and sisters and friends, I have already told in the case of Cancer ascendant, you should listen. And for your younger brothers and sisters, it is the Scorpio ascendant. So it was all about the Virgo ascendant. Now I will cover the Libra ascendant. Dear Librans, Saturn, as usual, traditionally, as per Vedic astrology, Saturn has always been considered a benefic planet for the Libra ascendants. He is the friend of your ascendant lord Venus, but simultaneously it is the Raj Yoga Karaka, the instrumental of creating royal combination. Yes, it is the lord of your 4th house, a Kendra Bhav, the central house, as well as the lord of 5th house, a trine house. So if any planet in any horoscope combines the relationship between a Kendra as well as Trikod called central and trine, then it becomes Raj Yoga Karaka, instrumental of royal combination. So Saturn is your Raj Yoga Karaka, and certainly it creates a lot of good things in your life. The Libran people always feel beneficent, and they feel that they have got so many boons whenever Saturn period occurs in their horoscope, especially in Vinshottari Dasha. Here, Saturn is moving to your fifth house. Fifth house is the house of children, your creativity, your hobby, your passion, your orientations, your intellect, your heart. Oh my God! And it is simultaneously it is Lord of the fourth house. Fourth house is the Lord of your mother, a significant of your mother, your real estate, your property, your domestic happiness, your vehicles, everything. So the Lord of both these houses is moving to its own zodiac sign, most preferred zodiac sign, Multrikoda. So you should expect good things in all the aspects I just told you. Moreover, from here, Saturn is aspecting your seventh house. Seventh house is the house of partnership, your business, your marital house, everything, your relationship, even pleasant journeys. And it is also aspecting the 11th house. 11th house is the house of gains, profit, friendship, support system, and it is also aspecting your second house. Second house is the house of wealth, your immediate family, your resources, everything. So what if we observe totally, we are getting a very rosy picture so far as Libra ascendant is concerned. So if Librans, if you are contemplating some partnership, some new business venture with someone, certainly you should start immediately. You should start immediately. This is the best period for starting this, because your house of wealth as well as house of gains both are activated, and your intellect is working like anything at this moment. So our Saturn is going to support you like anything. Persons who were waiting for their wedding, especially with their love interests, they should immediately focus upon that, and it will materialize with the grace of and with the blessings of Saturn. Moreover, but one thing I want to caution here, Librans, if you there may be some probability that if you are already married, you may be separated, from your spouse, and in all likelihood, in the all cases, but in all likelihood it will be due to positive reasons. Suppose that your spouse has been promoted or transferred to some other place, and or he or she has expanded his or her business to some other countries or some other cities, then it will give you a lot of support, a lot of happiness, but simultaneously it will cause you separation from your spouse. So I will suggest you to remain prepared for that. And once Saturn moves from this Aquarius to which it is moving, again your spouse will come back to you. But in exceptional some minor cases, it may be due to bad reasons, some divorce or something like this. And in many cases I have seen that due to your extramarital affairs such calamity happens. So remain control of your hormonal boils, and remain faithful to your spouse, so that it is not happening like anything. And if your house of wealth as well as house of gains is simultaneously activated, some new earning opportunities may come up, especially from real estate or due to your hobbies and passions. Your spouse may be very good instrumental in enhancement of your business, your wealth, everything. So take care of his or her, whoever he is. Libran people, things are very rosy, but remain disciplined with the Saturn, because this discipline is the code of Saturn. And if you remain disciplined with him, he will bestow a lot of boons upon you. The persons, one more thing I want to say, that if you are having past history of heart disease or something like this, you remain conscious, get you checked up, and don't ignore these things. And persons who have some infection or something like in their mouth, and if they have a mouth Cancer combination in their horoscope, this transit of Saturn may be a bit problematic for them. So get you checked, and for how you can use this transit of Saturn in your favor, more favorable ways. You may consult some professional astrologer like me or someone else who will guide you how to cultivate a lot of opportunities and benefits from this movement of Saturn. So it was all about you Librans and if you want to know about your spouse, you should listen what I have already told about the Aries ascendants. For your children, you should listen what I am going to tell about the Aquarius ascendants, and for your mother, you should listen what I am going to tell about the Capricorn ascendants, and for your father, you should listen what I already told about the Gemini ascendants. For your elder brothers and sisters and friends, Leo ascendant is the key. You should listen. I have already told. And for your younger brothers and sisters, Sagittarius ascendant predictions, I am going to tell you shortly. You should listen. Okay, it was all about the Libra, and now it is the turn of Scorpio. Scorpio persons, Saturn is moving into the fourth house. Movement of Saturn into the fourth house is not considered good in any ascendant because it disrupts many a time domestic harmony and happiness. Yes, it disrupts but now in this transit, Saturn is moving into its most preferred zodiac sign. So if he is moving into his own home and most preferred home, how he can create problems as normally expected from the movement of Saturn. Okay, Saturn in the case of Scorpio ascendant is the lord of third house. Third house is the house of power, the stamina, the strength, and changes in your life, and it is also the lord of fourth house. Fourth house is the house of real estate, your home, your vehicles, your mother, everything. So when you see that, it creates a feeling that you may buy a new house and you will change that. You may shift to some other location and you may change your location. It is something like this. And from here, Saturn is aspecting from your fourth house, your sixth house. Sixth house is the house of struggle, loans, debts, enemies, diseases, and it is also aspecting your 10th house. 10th house is the house of fame, prestige, growth, promotion, and it is also aspecting the ascendant. Ascendant is it's you. Ascendant means you, your image, your body, your look, how people perceive you. So when it is all being said that, so what comes into my mind that if you are strong enough to face the struggles in your life, then certainly you will get the fame, prestige and promotion. But if you don't fight, then you will be defeated and enemies will empower you. A lot of diseases will be there, loans will be there. So tighten your belt, Scorpions. You have immense strength, and tighten your belt and fight. The fame, prestige and growth will be there. Society, the whole surroundings, the whole universe is waiting for your strength. You have always been a fighter. The Scorpio is ruled by the Lord, ruled by the Mars. Mars is the divine commander. So you are the commander. How you cannot fight? So fight, and anything, and if you fight, a lot of things will come into your path. A lot of real estate, new vehicles, everything will come into your ways, and your enemies will be suppressed. your Saturn, the boon of, if you fight with the discipline, Saturn will bestow you a lot of boons. Your enemies will be suppressed, crushed like anything. So, dear Scorpions, fight, fight, and fight. This is the mantra for this transit of Saturn, so that you come out victorious. Otherwise, who will be crushed? Not your enemies, you will be crushed. Remember this. So there is no option at all for the Scorpio ascendants. So Scorpio persons, if you want to know what is in store for your spouse, you should listen what I have already told about the Taurus ascendants. If you want to know what is in store for your children, you should learn and listen what I am going to tell about the Pisces ascendants. If you want to know about your mother, listen what I am going to tell about the Aquarius ascendants. If you want to know about your father, Cancer ascendant is the key. I have already told a lot of things about them. And if you want to know about elder brothers and sisters and friends, you should learn and listen what I have already told about the Virgo ascendants. And for your younger brothers and sisters, you should learn and listen what I am going to tell shortly about the Capricorn ascendants. So it was all about the Scorpio. Now it is the turn of the Sagittarius, the fiery one. Sagittarius ascendant, Saturn is not your friend. Saturn is not your friend, but it is the lord of your third house. Third house is the house of power, house of stamina, the to what extent you can struggle and crush your surroundings in your favor. So Saturn gives a lot of strength, and now it is moving into the third house, so certainly it will benefit you a lot despite being your enemy. It is also the lord of your second house, the wealth, house of wealth, immediate family, resources, everything, your speech. So your speech will give a lot of magnanimity. It will, like a magnet, you will attract the surroundings, the universe, with the power of your speech. So it is the very good period, Sagittarians, and from your third house, Saturn is aspecting your fifth house, the house of intellect, house of your children, house of your hobbies, house of your passion, and it is also aspecting your ninth house. Ninth house is the foreign journey, your father, judiciary, everything, and it is also the aspecting 12th house. 12th house is the investment, repayment of debt, changes. So what I can see in the next 2.5 or 3 years, whatever Saturn is moving in the Aquarius, there is a strong possibility of expansion of your business or job into the foreign places, because it is aspecting 9th and 12th house, both aspect foreign places, foreign journeys are in store. But remember that the 12th house is the also the house of jail, house of expenditure, house of confinement. So don't break the law. Don't break the law, क्योंकि Saturn is also aspecting the ninth house. Ninth house is also the house of judiciary, and it is also aspecting 12th house. 12th house is the confinement. So don't break the law, and don't disobey the court. Remember this, don't disobey the court. Fifth house, and when fifth and ninth house both are active, it also indicates that in two fields you can get success. First is the begetting children. If you are aspiring to have children, blessed with children, this is the best period. Saturn is going to boon you. And one more thing, if you want to get something good in the case of higher education, high level of education, this is for period also the good. And so these two aspects of life is getting activated in persons who were aspiring for higher study at some foreign places. This is the best period for achieving the same, because third house fifth house, ninth house, 11th house, 12th house. All these creating permutation combination for going to foreign places for higher education. So if you are aspiring something good in higher education, this is the best period. And it was all about the Sagittarians. And Sagittarians, if you want to know about your spouse, you should see what is in store. For Gemini Ascendants, I have already told a lot of things about them. And if you want to know about your children, Aries Ascendant is the key. I have already told about them. If you want to know about your mother, you should listen what I am going to tell about the Pisces Ascendant. If you want to know about your father, I have already told a lot of things about the Leo Ascendants. For your elder brothers and sisters and friends, you should listen what I have already told about the Libra Ascendants. And for your younger brothers and sisters, I am going to shortly tell in the case of Aquarius Ascendants. So it was all about Sagittarius Ascendants. Now I am going to elaborate what is in store for Capricorn persons. Capricorns, your ascendant lord, it means you, is moving into your second house, house of wealth, house of opportunity, house of family members, immediate family, resources, your speech, everything. And this is the best period for these things, because you yourself is transiting in the house indicating all these things. So everything is good. And especially if you want to buy some real estate, some good property, some good construction, or some good vehicle, then this is also the good period, because Saturn from your second house is aspecting your fourth house, your eighth house, as well as your house of gains, yani 11th house. It means 11th house. So there is a very strong possibility that you may gain something in a very surprising way, because 8th house always gives the surprises. 8th house and the house of gains is also activated, 8th house is also activated. So everything is very surprising. Everything will become at very surprise, especially some inheritance case will give you a lot of property, because your fourth house is also activated by the third Vedic aspect of Saturn from your second house. So real estate may come. One more thing, your some problems may occur to you due to ill health of your mother, because Saturn from second house is aspecting the fourth house. Fourth house, although is the house of your real estate, your vehicles, it is also the house of mother. One more thing, it may be possible that some big complications may arise in case of your real estate owned by you. So remain cautious, but overall the period is good, especially materialistic things. Otherwise, I also believe that some health issues may also crop up. So remain alert about that, especially about your mouth zone and the here. So lungs and your mouth, and especially the persons who have combination of mouth cancer in their horoscope, they should consult beforehand right now with some good professional astrologer like me or anyone else, so that you can explore what is exactly in store. Okay, thank you. So it was all about the Capricorns. And Capricorns, if you want to know about your spouse, you should listen what I already told about the Cancer Ascendants. If you want to know about what is in store for your children, you should listen what I have already told about Taurus Ascendants. For your mother, you should listen what I have told about the Aries Ascendants. For your father, you should listen what I already told about the Virgo Ascendants. For your elder brothers, sisters and friends, you should listen what I already told about the Scorpio Ascendants. For your younger brothers and sisters, I am going to tell you shortly for the Pisces ascendants. So it was all about the Capricorn. Now it is the turn of the Aquarius ascendants. Aquarius ascendants, Saturn is the lord of your own ascendant. It is the most preferred location for the Saturn. So you should feel blessed in this transit of Saturn. Moreover, Saturn is also the lord of your 12th house, the house of expenditure, losses, confinement, jail journey, foreign journey, but it is also the house of bed pleasures. So remain, while Saturn is moving, remain conscious that nothing untoward or unlawful happens in your case. So believe me, it may be some problematic, although Saturn is your own lord. And if Saturn is moving in your own ascendants, some issues may regarding your this brain area or something migraine or something like which, if you have prior history, you should remain conscious and you should immediately join some gym. Take care of your appearance, because many a times Saturn causes dent in your image, appearance, body, build, everything. So you should take care of that. From here, Saturn is aspecting your third house. Third house is the house of power, your strength, your stamina, and this is the time to show the same. And Saturn is also aspecting seventh house, the house of partnership, family member, spouse, relationship. And Saturn is also aspecting 10th house. 10th house is the house of promotion, growth, prospects, fame, new avenues. So what is in it? What it indicates? It indicates that with your strength and stamina and efforts, you will get promotion and efforts. If you are doing job, it's fine, but if you are doing business, this is the time of getting recognized with your own efforts. It will not be blessing of anyone else except Saturn. It will not be the gift of someone. It will be your own efforts, with which all the Aquarians are going to get a lot of fame, prestige and respect in whatever arena they are working. Moreover, but they should also take care of your spouse, because many a time your spouse may feel the neglected in this hour of success, hour of happiness. He or she may feel neglected. So take care of that. And persons who were waiting to be married, this is the period. Please just be prepared for that sound music, sweet music of marriage. The period has come. Many persons will be married in this transit of Saturn who are having Aquarius ascendants. So it was all about the Aquarians. Now it is the turn of Pisces. But before that, let me say a few things more about the Aquarians. Dear Aquarians, if you want to learn what is in store for your spouse, you should listen what I already told about the Leo persons and Leo ascendants. What if you want to know about your children, you should listen what I have already told about the Gemini ascendants. For your mother, Taurus ascendant is the key. You should listen that. And for your father, you should listen what I have already told about the Libra persons. For your elder brothers and sisters, you should listen, and as well as friends, you should listen what I already told about the Sagittarius ascendant. And for your younger brothers and sisters, you should listen what I have already told about Aries persons. So now it is the turn of Pisces. Dear Pisces ascendants, Saturn is normally not considered good for your ascendant. It is the lord of, but it is lord of house of gains, profits, success, support system, as well as the lord of 12th house. 12th house is the house of expenditure, losses, jail journey, confinement, but also the foreign journey. So it is moving in a very favorable way in your house of expenditure, and but it is also the house a lot of gains. And from 12th house, it is aspecting your house of wealth, immediate family members, your resources. What is a good thing? And also aspecting 6th house. 6th house is the house of normally things considered bad. It is house of debt, house of loans, house of diseases, house of enmity, house of court cases, and Saturn is also aspecting your 9th house. 9th house is the house of father, foreign journey, judiciary, religious things, so many things. So what it is very confusing. Once it is a house of wealth and a house of gains, but simultaneously 6th house, house of enmity, loans and expenditure, reinvestment, everything. So if the key is that if you are disciplined enough, if you are not violating the basic tenets of Saturn, if you remain disciplined, it will give you a lot of gains, and wealth. Otherwise, you will be doomed. If you remain disciplined, your destiny, because the from 9th house destiny is also seen, destiny will come out. Otherwise, you may be confined to jail. So, remain loyal to the basic tenets of Saturn. That is the key word is discipline. Don't violate these things you have. Okay. So Saturn behaves in a very bizarre way, but bizarre doesn't mean bad or good. You may turn the same in your favor, abiding the Saturn, abiding the dictates of Saturn. If you wanted, if you wanted to some foreign postings, if you are in job and wanted foreign postings, this is very good period for you. If you wanted especially software persons or persons working governments and wanted to go to some foreign places on assignments, this is very good period. It will be like a boon, because you will enjoy that country as well as simultaneously you will earn a lot of money. And for persons who want to repayment of their debt, this is also very good period for repayment of debt and investment, especially in foreign countries. If one more thing I want to say that some court decisions may come out in this period, so plan it and manage it and take consultation with some good astrologer, because these decisions may go in either way. They may be good or bad, but certainly some for Pisces people, this is the period for getting decisions from the court. So manage it, because you are able to manage with the power of your relations as well as wealth. You will manage the decision, and if you are unable to manage, try to postpone the same. One more thing, a lot of enmity may occur, especially with your immediate family members. So control your tongue. Speak in a very profound way. Certainly, you will come out victorious with after this transit. So it was all about the Pisces ascendants. Dear Pisces persons, if you want to know about your spouse, you should listen what I already told about the Virgo persons. For your children, you should listen what I already told about the Cancer ascendants. For your mother, you should listen what I already told about the Gemini ascendants. For your father, you should listen what I already told about the Scorpio ascendants. For your elder brothers and sisters and friends, you should listen what I already told about the Capricorn ascendants. And for your younger brothers and sisters, you should listen carefully what I already told about the Taurus ascendants. So it was all about the Pisces ascendants and all the ascendants I already told you. And before finishing this video, let me again recapitulate something, some thing which I already told in the initially at the time of starting the video. First thing, that this all the predictions have been made as per ascendants, not as per your solar sign or lunar sign. just because it is more profound and precise and accurate, because solar sign runs for the whole 30 days, lunar sign or the sign in which your moon is posited, it runs for 2.25 days, but your ascendant is only for 2 hours, approximately 2 hours. So the predictions made on the basis of ascendants are more specific and precise. So you should listen them carefully and remain prepared whatever I say. But if you don't know your ascendant, don't get disappointed. First, subscribe our channel and message us your name, your date of birth, time of birth, place of birth, just below the in this video in the comment section. Our team will calculate, our team of Astrodeum, who are considered most reliable astrologers in the world, they will calculate ascendant and inform you your ascendant in the comment section itself before your information. And believe me, it is complimentary service. You will have to just subscribe our channel, that's all. So it was the second thing I want to say, that what predictions I have made will be more fruitful and more effective and will be more applicable if you are running the period of Saturn in your life, so which you can check very well on our website Astrodevam, whether you are running Saturn Dasa or not. It is also complimentary. So it was all about the Saturn. Thank you for listening. Okay, keep watching. And there is a very interesting aspect of Saturn that is called Sadhasati, for which I already posted some other video about all the lunar signs, because Sadhasati is calculated as per your lunar sign, the sign where moon is posited. You should listen, you may listen, it will be very good, but we should more rely on this YouTube video, because it is predictions made on the basis of ascendant is also good. One more thing, please listen carefully, that I already made video about the movement of Jupiter on all zodiac signs. If you combine that video with this video, you will get the larger picture, and you will understand what is going to happen to you. So it was all. Thank you for listening. I am Acharya Kalki Krishnan from Astrodevam.com, most reliable astrological website of the world. Thank you again. Namaskar.